night for a big one. We're going to preview the whole thing coming up on Blue Collar Bengals.
What is up, Bengals fans? Welcome to Blue Collar Bengals on this beautiful, beautiful Chiefs week. Drew, how we feeling today as you tweet out the show?
I'm feeling good, man. I got one of the hashtag texts from Dad I had to respond for. He was asking if we were on today, and I said, we are
Got it.
on right now. Have a good Christmas, man.
I did, yeah. How about you?
Well, as you probably know, as a father of young children, a lot of the holidays is just fucking surviving. You survive, you get to see the really, really cool reactions and smiles on Christmas morning. That makes it all worth it. And then you just keep soldiering on.
Yeah, 100%. Yep. Gifts for the kids, wonderful. Growing up sucks. We don't get anything cool anymore, but it is what it is. At least we get to come on here and talk about our football team.
That's not true. I did get cool shit. I got a meat thermometer. When you're
Oh,
old,
okay.
that's cool as hell.
Yeah, that actually is.
Get the smoker rolling. Got some meat thermometer connects to the phone. Yeah, so it was good, man. We've got a
Hey,
lot of families.
yeah, something's got to work connected to the phone because we're sitting here trying to figure out this microphone. We can't figure that out. So if I sound different, if I don't, whatever. We'll figure it out eventually. But
It's making cool colors,
yeah,
so that's cool.
yeah, I don't know why.
Oh, it's red. Chiefs colors.
I
Ooh.
don't know why it's doing that. I don't know. Uh, but um, it's Chiefs week. We're doing a show Sunday morning. We don't typically do this. We're trying this out, this time slot, if you will. We were going to do Thursday. Weeks get chaotic, but we wanted to set this up so you guys could join us instead of watching the network nerds.
Those guys stink.
Yeah, they really do. I think this will be fun. Going into this game, how have you felt this week?
So we didn't do a Pittsburgh game recap show because of the holiday. I'm going to recap it in like 4 seconds. That game sucked, and I don't want to talk about it. So now we're on to the Chiefs. Wedge Gordon says the game day live wire. Love the vibe. That is a game day staple. I drink the orange dew. No free ads. Anytime you hear me say no free ads, that means I am undoubtedly about to give a free ad. But yeah, man. This is a big one because as bad as losing to Pittsburgh hurt and it felt like the playoff chances really stunk, dude. We're still right here, right in it. You win your last two games, get a little bit of help, get Pittsburgh to lose a game, maybe Houston to lose a game, and you're in it. So Chiefs coming off a Christmas Day game where they just got the hell beat out of them by the Raiders, gave them like two defensive touchdowns in 7 seconds. Chiefs offense isn't what it's been historically, but on the same side, the Bengals defense hasn't been what it has been historically. So I have these weird conflicted feelings coming off of a game where you let Mason Rudolph look like Joe Montana. And I also see the Chiefs lose to like Aiden O'Connell, I think it was. So it's two teams that just haven't been what they have historically been on both sides of the ball. The Chiefs offense has normally been a juggernaut. They're looking kind of lost this year. The Bengals defense usually stiffens up, keeps them in games, gets some big postseason wins on the road. They haven't done that all that much this year. So you got kind of worst on worst. And my biggest fear is that just like we have been for Pittsburgh twice now this year, after they fired Matt Canada and after they switched to Mason Rudolph, I am terrified of the Bengals being the Chiefs like get right game. That's what I can't take watching.
Yeah, I hate that. That term "get right game" just sucks overall. The Chiefs are not a bad team. They just, for some reason, aren't putting it together on the field like us. So anything can happen out there when you're fighting against Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, they kind of lost in embarrassing fashion last week. So did we. So we're both hungry. Um, Man, if our defense can step up, Pat threw interceptions last week. If we can make him do that this week, and the offense can just get it together, and Jake Browning can throw for 300 plus yards. I mean, a lot's got to go right. But I think that when we go to play the Chiefs, we go to play the Chiefs, and it's a fight.
Yeah, and I love this comment from Frav Films. Internet assholes are better than network nerds, and I would have to agree. I would have to. I would have to agree with you there.
Mm-hmm.
So, looking at this game, obviously sucks that it's in Arrowhead. They create a phenomenal home field advantage out there. It's one of the loudest in the league. Almost decided to make the trek out there, but Michigan's got a game at 5 tomorrow, so I wanted to make sure I was home for that. Um, what I think that can't be understated though is that the Bengals are getting their cornerback one back today. So on the injury front, Cam Taylor Britt full go in practice all week, ready to play. Zach Taylor says he is good. Jamar Chase questionable. I guess they'll probably see how he feels in warmups, but he has said that the trainers have cleared him. It's pretty much his call. He's talked a little bit of shit, so I think that he's going to play. Now the Chiefs, Isaiah Pacheco has miraculously cleared concussion protocol in like 5 days after his helmet flying off and bouncing off somebody's leg and him looking pretty shook up. I don't know how that works, but he cleared. And the Chiefs have activated and removed the injury designation for McCole Hardman. And I just realized I had never taken that comment down. Sorry about that. So they get some speed back with Hardman. They get their lead running back Pacheco in. I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire might play too. I know he was fighting an illness. So they're both kind of getting healthy in some spots, but I cannot underestimate the impact that Cam Taylor Britt can have on a game. I just hope that he's full go because he's coming off, coming back after a month off. But man, that emotional leadership that you've talked about so much, and him just, let's just call it what it is, man. Awuzie has been getting cooked, and he's going to play better than that. So I think that that's absolutely massive too.
Yeah, I'll take a 70% Cam Taylor Britt for a no Cam Taylor Britt at all. I mean, you just see him in the week that he's out and the leadership he's providing, and being in a good mood and being loud and being in the videos and cheering his teammates on. On this, the leadership he's providing. That's even better. Yeah. What was that?
That is our stream that keeps popping up on my phone no matter what I do. Okay. So it sounds like you're echoing. So I just gotta close it.
I thought I was echoing or something. But okay.
No, that was my fault. Yeah. There we go. I did it again. What an idiot! Stop touching the button. I'm trying to fix something.
I sound beautiful, I think. But Cam Taylor Britt.
Fuck it.
Cam Taylor Britt in pads on the field. Not only does he bring that leadership, but he brings that play, man. That CTB juice. And it has been sorely missed. So him coming back this week is just going to be phenomenal. He's going to go out there. He's going to hit. He's going to break up balls. He's going to get in the face of the offense, the Chiefs' offense. His presence is felt when he.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a comment from Michaela Garfield, new commenter. I don't think I've seen them in the chat before. This is exactly what we need is Cam Taylor Britt back to trash talk and rail the Chiefs off the track. Now he will talk that talk. He will talk his shit. He had DK Metcalf throwing tantrums against Seattle, so he definitely does bring that kind of element to it. And as the Bengals said, the juice has been restocked.
Yeah, that's cool. His whole thing is badass. Like Cam Juice, the juice, like it's just bad.
Juice Gang hats going around. I think Bengals and Bourbon on Twitter. I think he makes the Juice Gang hats. Those are sweet.
Those are sick. Yeah, those are cool. Shout out him. I love our creative fan base. Like we've got shows and podcasts and artists and guys making hats and T-shirts and all kinds of stuff. Like our fan base.
Musicians.
Yeah, musicians. Our fan base kicks ass, dude. Even that kid that was rapping at Bengal Jim's tailgate. Jesus, shout out that kid, dude.
Dude. I said on Twitter after that happened, I was like, I have to meet this kid. It was a couple years ago. And then what was it? It was the Minnesota game. I was at the tailgate by the Bengal trailer. And this woman comes up to me. She's like, hey, I follow you on Twitter. I'm like, oh, that's a bad choice. You know what I say to everybody, like make better decisions. And she's like, no, you said you wanted to meet him. Like, this is him. But he's like a grown man now. God. He's like way taller. Like, yeah, but I met the kid. That kid kicks ass.
What year did that happen? That was last year, right?
No, it was like I think it was the Super Bowl year. I think
Yeah.
it was 2021.
Okay. Yeah. Kids grow up fast. My 9-year-old.
Dude, he was that video was awesome. But he's taller. He looks like a grown man. But it was cool to meet him. But yeah, we do. There's a lot of great creativity. You got Darth Bengal, who's got the Darth Maul Bengals costume, making cool ass necklaces he gives out to everybody. I don't have mine on hand. You have yours. But yeah, man, there's a lot of really cool stuff in the Bengals community, and people ask me like, "Hey, man, like, how did you grow your following?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't fucking know because I'm not good at anything. I don't do film. I don't do analytics. I don't make music. I don't know. I'm just here. I
Yours,
just say shit."
yours is great though because you're just you, bro. Like that, and I came with a fucking costume, but you're just you. So your following is impressive, and that's why we linked up and did this show. But okay, so I've said it a few times now. Chiefs week. Let's talk. We talk defense. Let's talk offense, and then or should we continue? Let's continue defense because we're already on that topic. Can Trey Hendrickson this week become the sack leader?
He's got to because I know that the Chiefs have some banged up offensive linemen. I think Donovan Smith has already been ruled out. I think he was ruled out on like Thursday, so he's not going to go. Um, they had some offensive line issues in the game against the Raiders last week. Max Crosby was a menace that game, and
Like,
Trey's got what 16 and a
yeah,
half.
I think, and I think what is it? Watt has 17, so or something like that. He's like one away or a half away. So
Yeah, we got. I mean, dude, if we can get blackout Trey on a game like today with the Chiefs offense that's struggling and they can fluster Mahomes because that's why the graphic for this show, the what's that called?
yep,
Thumbnail is Lou Anarumo on one side and Andy Reid on another side because the Bengals defense has struggled mightily this year at times. I get that, but there's been one defensive coordinator in the league that's been able to fuck with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, and it has been Lou Anarumo. Now, a lot of defensive coordinators have been fucking with him this year, but Lou has had a history of just scheming things up. Now, is he going to be able to do that today? Because I don't think he's dialing up those exotic blitzes as much because I don't know if he trusts his safeties as much as he did when it was Jesse Bates and Von Bell back there. But he has a history of kind of keeping Kelsey quiet. Kelsey's having kind of a down year. He got $20 million for the COVID vaccine
yeah.
commercial though, so
Holy
good for him.
shit, we're
Uh,
business.
I'm I'm
Yeah,
not doing it. I'm not going into it. But yeah, so I think that I'm feeling like a low scoring game. I know we'll do score predictions at the end. For those that rely on my shitty bets, I have cooked up my Bengals parlay for today. I'll give that to you guys here maybe a little bit if you want to try to make some money. I think I got a good one. But Mark, good comment. Mark Fetters, consistent viewer, great supporter. Over under on Taylor Swift views during the game. Now listen, we're talking 425 New Year's Eve in Kansas City, damn near a primetime game. You're probably going to see a lot of old T Swizzy.
yeah. I say, I say, man, I say the line sets at 10, and I'm going over if it sets. I'm not an avid gambler. I'm not good at that, but at least 10, and I think it could be over, which I like. So show her. It's funny to me to watch people get pissed off about it on the internet.
There was a point though where it got to be too much. There was a game when it was like early. It might have been the Jets game. I don't know. They were like early in their relationship, and like Isaiah Pacheco had a badass touchdown run, and they cut away from his celebration to just show Taylor Swift up there. I'm like, give Pacheco his shine. He just ran for like 30 yards and a score. Let him dance.
That's silly. I agree with you. I agree with you there, but I
We
still
got Wedge Gordon in the chat with the over under being set at 9.5. Frev Films has it at 14.5. And I think it's Stranger 4420 says, "Give me the over. I don't care what the line is." So
yeah,
people are
absolutely
expecting a big T Swizzy day. I got into it with the Swifties on X.com one time, and I tell you what, dude,
sounds
it
weird.
was wild. This woman said like a bunch of crazy shit to me, so I blocked her. Like I don't really block people, but I blocked this lady. She found my personal Facebook account and sent me another message, like
What?
calling me like I said something like if Taylor Swift was playing a concert in my backyard, I wouldn't go. Just fucking around. And she like found other platforms and was like in my message request, calling me like an unoriginal fat white guy. It was awesome. And she was like a unoriginal fat white girl. So I don't know what the difference was, but it was wild, dude. I dabbled with the Swifties on the internet one time, and
I
it
think
was quite the experience.
they're crazy. I think they might be rabid. Like I like legitimate. Like I see some of them like talking about football and stuff, and like watching them learn offensive schemes and players and plays. I'm like, who the hell are you people? Like, just listen to the like, what is going on, dude? All right, forget about Taylor Swift. We got CTB back. Trey Hendrickson hopefully can break the sack record. I got this guy on the other side. I won't show him too much. Luckily, he's covered because he's pretty handsome and he'll increase viewership. But
Yeah, yeah, we'll get more female viewers. The more Sam Hubbard you put
yeah,
on the screen, the better it is for us.
yeah. You mentioned running backs back. This guy, run stopper, Reader out. We did bring somebody in. We got BJ Hill. Do you see us effectively stopping the run this week with their big guy back?
I think I think that has to happen. I think if you let Kansas City really establish a running game, it can make for a long day for you because the receivers have been dropping balls all year. Pat Mahomes is getting pissed at his O line. Like there's cracks there, right? And we're seeing Patrick Mahomes in adversity and kind of for the first time, and he's not really handling it too well. He's like crying to Josh Allen during the handshake. Like, how many times has Josh Allen had to walk across the field after a heartbreaking loss to Mahomes and just dap him up like, "Good game, bro. Stay healthy," and that's it. But he's like, "Worst fucking call I've ever seen." Now, so like you're seeing he's going to have to go on the road in the playoffs for the first time in his career. Now, this isn't a bashing Patrick Mahomes thing. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. I get it. But you're seeing with this team that there's fractures there. Things are starting to crack. And if they can just establish the run, get long drives going that they turn into points, things start clicking and handshakes start coming back. And they're like, we're the fucking Chiefs of old. So if you can stop the run, make them have to throw, get a couple drops here and there, maybe turn a pick loose on them, you can kind of continue with some of the fracturing that you're seeing with them. But if Pacheco is able to get 4 or 5 yards of carry and he's picking up 3rd and 1s and you're letting him in these 3rd and short situations and they keep picking those up and they put points on your head, then things can start to snowball. So this sounds crazy because it's Patrick fucking Mahomes, but like make them have to throw.
Yep.
If you make them have to throw, it's just the old Woody Hayes. If my dad's watching, he'll love this. Woody Hayes said back in the day, when you pass the ball, there are 3 outcomes and 2 of them are bad. That makes sense. So play the law of averages. Don't let them run the ball. Make them throw the ball. You're either going to pick it, it's going to be incomplete, or they'll get a pick, or they'll catch it. But it sounds like the craziest thing to say is like, oh, you better make Patrick Mahomes throw. But that's the reality with where the Chiefs offense is right now. If they have to throw and they cannot run, you have a much better chance of keeping them off track and getting in their head and getting them frazzled a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. And it does. Like, that doesn't even compute. Like, you have to force Patrick Mahomes to throw the ball and make mistakes. Like, that's crazy. But you really do. If they can establish a run game, that's going to allow Pat to sit back, be comfortable, and pick you apart. So Travis Kelsey, he's still probably cresting 1,000 yards and doing great things, but is having a down year. We've talked DBs, we've touched safeties, we've talked D line, run stop. These linebackers, Logan Wilson, Jermaine Pratt, anybody that rotates in, they've got to eliminate Kelsey across the middle. Do you think that they're up for the task?
And that's what I want to know, because is it going to be a Jermaine Pratt and a Logan Wilson
Yeah.
trying to cover Kelsey? Because in the past, Lou has used a Trey Flowers,
True.
no longer on the team.
True.
Is he going to use a safety? Is he going to use a Dax Hill?
Well,
Is he going to maybe try to put a Jordan Battle on him? Or is he going to try to just be maybe a little bit more traditional and put it on a Pratt or a Wilson? Because I don't know that he has the trust in those safeties yet. So that's really what I'm interested to see, because Logan Wilson can stay with Travis Kelsey. Logan Wilson was a defensive back in high school. The guy can move. Pratt this year, he's looked a step slow sometimes. So I don't know if I would want him to be the primary linebacker. If you're telling me I have to pick a linebacker to match up with Kelsey, I'm putting Wilson on him every time to answer your question.
Yeah, 100%. Logan Wilson's going to be able to break the balls up, maybe get an interception. Jermaine Pratt, flat out, he'll probably lead this game in tackles. The guy is a tackle machine. But I do like the idea of the linebackers having the support of a rolled up Jordan Battle. And I think that's the guy you roll up if that's how you do it. Because Battle's proved that
Yeah.
he not only cover, but he can lay the wood. And Kelsey's not a small guy. So I think that would be ideal for them to do that. I don't know, man. It just seems like either the defense is going to play well and the game's going to be fun to watch, or the defense is going to play poorly and it's not going to be fun to watch. I think this all boils down to the defense. We know what we've got on offense, which we'll roll into here after this defensive discussion. So either the defense is going to show up or they're not going to show up, flat out.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to boil down to. We got one defensive question that's kind of off-season based, but I live with her, so I'm going to bring it up anyway because if I don't, she'll probably kill me. DJ Reader isn't this his last year? Will he be re-signed, or do they think the Bengals will let him go? Sad if his last game as a Bengal ends with an injury. That's up in the air. I think that I do know somebody that is pretty close to DJ Reader. Told me that DJ Reader wouldn't mind staying, but with Reader, maybe the injury helps keep his price down a little bit next year. I don't know, but
I want him here.
when we, dude, so bad, right? Like so bad.
Not only because,
I
but again, I go back to CTB. I mean, it seems like every big name you have on the team has got an infectious, good, leadership style personality right there, man. I want the guy here, and he's a fucking stud. Duh. You know what I mean?
He did a podcast. I can't remember whose podcast it is, or I would give them credit. Um, he was talking to somebody, and they were like, when you were carted off against the Vikings, you didn't have your head down, you didn't have the towel over your face. You were like rallying the troops or something. And DJ was pretty much just like, yeah, man, like it sucks, but like I could either be sad or I could do what I can to try to help my team and rile them up and get the crowd going as they take me off the field. And I thought that was cool as fuck, dude. I love DJ Reader. I think he should retire a Bengal.
It's just like Geno Atkins all over again. I know they're different players, but that's like the vibe I get from the guy. I'm gonna read.
Yeah, that's a very good comp actually.
Yeah. And again, I know they're different players, but that's just like Bengals nose tackle Geno Atkins, or no, you know what I mean, middle guy. I know they're not all true nose,
Yeah.
but and then you think immediately after that, DJ Reader, right? In recent years, I'm gonna message him and see if we can't get him on the show. So DJ Reader, if you're listening, you need to come on the BCB show and talk football with us. All right.
Make us smarter.
Yes, please, Lord. Let's shift from our wonderful defense, who has kind of struggled this year, but I think can turn it on here against the Chiefs because it's big game Sunday, man, huge game. Let's shift over to this offense. I'm gonna let you kind of lead this one. What are your thoughts overall, dude?
Good transition to offense with a comment from Twitter or X. We now have Twitter comments, so if you're watching the stream from my Twitter page, feel free to check in and leave a comment. I figured out how to turn that on. But he asked if we think we see a lot of Joe Mixon today. He's expecting less passing, and I got the white 28 on because my other white jersey is a Burrow jersey. He's not playing.
Is that a jersey?
Joe Mixon
Sweatshirt. Sorry.
Well, you know what? We can do this. It's a hoodie, but underneath it, shout out Garage Beer
Wait,
hoodie
hold on.
underneath the jersey.
Is that the? I have something I want to show you real quick.
Oh!
While you're bringing it up, there's a reason I was wearing this silly black and gold jacket today. Let me move this microphone out of the way because I got
What a t-shirt.
my buddy on my body. You can take that comment however you want to. Garage Beer Garrison Special on. So brilliant transition. I think they're probably still for sale, right?
Dude, they are. And Frav Film says he's got one to wear today also. So shout out to both of you. Here's the thing. I messaged Garage Beer the other day. I'm like, yo, did you send me one of those? They're like, yeah. My mom got hers. My dad and my stepmother got theirs. A few of my friends have gotten theirs. You've gotten yours. I still don't have mine.
Oh,
I still don't have my shirt. But they told me they sent it, so I don't know. But dude, this is hilarious. You didn't even set me up for that. I didn't even think about the fact that maybe you
I
got
have
yours.
I have been thinking about how I'm going to transition into ripping my coat off because that was designed. But you whipping out a Garage Beer, no free ads, just kidding, we love you, Garage Beer shirt is unbelievably just too perfect. So I had to completely derail us and do that, dude. I got to tell you what, dude, it's a nice shirt. Like
Is it? I haven't seen one in person yet.
the screen print that's on here is really nice. Like you can tell it's you, like without a doubt. And the Zach Taylor made me drunk quote on the like it's probably my favorite T-shirt, and I can't wait to wear it out in public and tell people that I know you. Um, my,
Dude, I want that more than anything. I want to just
yeah,
be walking through Kroger and see somebody on myself on somebody.
my daughter recognized you. She said, "Oh my God, is that Drew?" So in our household, you're famous. It's a hilarious shirt. Go buy one. It's just do it. Just shut up. Don't pause our show. Get your other phone or your iPad out and go buy this T-shirt because it's.
So I'm actually I'm giving them away. We got Buddy on my body. People might run with that.
I
We
hope,
we might have some good internet stuff from
I
it.
hope they do.
Um, our resident Browns fan Buddy just went up and experienced a really cool Browns when they make that in brown and orange. We can maybe do some color shopping or something. Kevin
Nope,
Stefanski made me drunk.
nope,
Nah, probably not,
but,
but
nope,
it's all right.
buddy.
Supermaned it. Like that was impressive.
That's,
Uh,
I'm. I have, I've been sweating wearing that jacket. Like, when can I fuck? But and you just that was so perfect. Holy shit! All right, let's come back down. That was a gorgeous moment. I'm very happy it happened. I was gonna put shades on. So clip it, the shades on with the shirt, but still it worked. Um, let's get into specifics. I think you were giving your overall there, and I interrupted you. The offensive line. Chris Jones is on the other side. I don't know the Chiefs injury report, so if I say a player that is declared out, please correct me. Um, this offensive line, are we going to hold up against this Chiefs run stop and pass rush?
Defensively for the Chiefs, I don't know that anybody of note is out. I know L'Jarius Sneed was questionable, but I think he'll probably go.
He's and
Um,
he's just a guy. That's just a guy, according to Chase. So whatever.
Jamar Chase said that is just a guy. But Chris Jones, man, ate Cordell Volson alive in the AFC Championship last year. So that's something that I'm keyed on. Volson has been trending upward in recent weeks. I think Cordell Volson has had a very, very good last like month. Um, which is awesome to see because I was very concerned about him for a lot of the early part of the season. But I mean, there's nobody else on the Chiefs' defensive line that's really going to strike fear in your heart. They've got some good pass rushers, but nobody great. Chris Jones is a game wrecker. Chris Jones can completely dominate a game and sack Joe Burrow 5 times or hit him 5 times in the AFC Championship game where you lose by 3. So I'm very, very interested. Are they going to do like a chip and a double with Karras, or what are they going to do to try to slow Chris Jones down? But outside of that, the Chiefs are having a good defensive year. Spagnuolo's doing a good job with them. But if you
They've
can contain Chris Jones and calm Chris Jones down, I'll take my chances against everybody else.
yeah, I would be remiss if I didn't bring up Carl Loftus. That guy's he's pretty damn good.
He is good. Karlaftis is good. That's
Uh,
true.
but I think like and Willie Lutz is he's watching is probably pounding on the table for now. That dude loves Volson, but like I think it's unfair to Volson the year we're having, considering the year he's having. Do you know what I mean? Like it sucks because
Yeah.
like he's been the topic of discussion, and in the latter half of the season, he's pulling it together and he's playing well, and it's unfortunate. But I agree with you, man. If we can identify and stop Chris Jones and prevent like a guy like Karloftis from getting around the edge, I think Browning's going to have a decent amount of time to get the ball out. Rolling into Browning, what do you? I mean, God, man, is he going to throw for 300 a day? Is it going to be a more of a run game? I mean, the guy every week we go, oh my God, can he be stopped? And even in a Pittsburgh loss, he puts together a good game. So, like, quarterback wise, where's your head at?
So, kind of back to as we transitioned to offense before I started lifting my shirt up and shit. Um, I think it's going to be another game. I think that it's going to be what we've seen since Browning's been started. Mixon's going to have a good day. Just like I was saying, we don't want the Chiefs to, establish the running game and control the clock and have long sustained drives. That is exactly what the Bengals need to do. You need to get 3 and 4 yards on a first down run. You need to be able to stay ahead of the sticks, not get into those third and long situations where, let's just be honest, Jake Browning's a backup quarterback, man. I mean, some he threw one of the worst picks I've ever seen in my life last week, dude. Like, nobody in there, just floats it into the end zone right into the arms of Patrick Peterson. Like, you can't have shit like that happening. So you've got to stay ahead of the sticks. I think if the Bengals are going to win this game, it's going to be a game where Mixon has 70 to 80 rushing yards at the minimum and 25, 30 receiving yards at the maximum. There's going to be
Yeah,
not at the maximum, but at the minimum there too. Chase Brown's going to get involved in the screen game. Can he squirt free and take one? I don't know, but like, as a whole, I just think it's going to be a game about keeping Patrick Mahomes on the sidelines, because you don't want to be their get right game. The best way to not be their get right game is to keep their asses on the bench, run the ball
yeah,
well, control the clock. If you can get out to some kind of an early lead, if the Bengals could find a way to scratch and claw to like a 10-point lead and get the Chiefs back on their heels a little bit, Trey Henderson can pin his ears back and just go on that backup left tackle. I like the way things will go. So I think offensively, it's going to have to be a 28 show today.
yeah. I agree. I think I like Browning has been impressive, and he has surpassed any thoughts I had of him coming in and doing anything for our team with that 3 game run. So, I mean, if he throws up a stinker, I'm just going to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even mad at the guy, but I do agree that it's he's going to have to be comfortable handing the ball off or dishing it to Mixon or Brown, uh, just as comfortable doing that as he is to throwing to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Boyd and all these guys. I do think it's going to be a Mixon show with probably a punch in or two if we can sustain drives. But something tells me Brown's going to be a big part of this game too, just because it's the Chiefs and we're gonna try to do things to throw them off because it's a big game. So why not throw in the squirrely backup to bust out a 20-yard run? You know what I mean? So
And that's fine, but I don't want to see any fucking trick plays. I'm done
yeah,
with
I'm
them.
good.
I'm done
Yeah,
with
I
the
don't want
trick
to see.
plays. Ben Mumphrey has a
Um,
really good comment here. I want to touch on. Play action has to work. That's how the Broncos did it. Just patience with the run game and getting the defense to bite on the play actions. Screens won't work against this D. Got to go north and south. And I absolutely love play action. I've been screaming for more play action for the last like 3 years with Joe Burrow under center. And I think that that's a great comment, man. If there's a threat of a running game, Browning can run that play action. He can roll that little bootleg out to his right. The guy can move. You can get things, get guys out of position a little bit. Find a T. Higgins coming across the middle of the field, a Jamar Chase coming across the middle of the field, and those can turn into big plays. So I absolutely love that comment. Ben Mumphrey, you're a ball knower.
yeah, I don't want like I say it every week. I think I tweet it out every when a screen gets blown up. Please go north south west. It's never me. Like if I was a coach, I would not have passing to the flats in my fucking playbook. I hate it. Hate it. But I agree. We've got to go north south. Whether it's handing the ball off to Joe and having him run forward and not skirt outside, off tackle, hit the hole, or it's over the line of scrimmage to a receiver that's downfield. I just don't want to see East West football because it just never fucking works. We go 3-and-out when we get stuck in that hole. So we've talked quarterback, we've talked running backs, we talked offensive line. Talk to me about this best receiving core in the NFL, man. What do we got going on this?
Right now is the perfect time to tell you guys to please like this video. If you're watching on Twitter or X, repost it, help us out a little bit. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You know, we got to do the YouTuber shtick here. We got some discussions that are supposed to be on the calendar for this week about some stuff that could be cool. So we're trying to have some fun with that. But when you
Fingers crossed.
say the best receiving core in the NFL,
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling T. Higgins today.
Ah,
Jamar Chase has the banged up shoulder. I don't know, is he going to be a decoy? Or is he just tough as hell and he's going to play a normal Jamar Chase game? I could very well see that too. But I got T. Higgins in the parlay today. I think that there's been a lot of chatter from Chiefs fans saying that T. Higgins is going to be a Kansas City Chief next year. And I just want this to be a game where we say, hey, he's ours. Get your fucking own. And that's it. I feel like I'm feeling a big T. Higgins day. And Tyler Boyd, man.
Yeah,
Tyler Boyd shows up against the Chiefs. He got hurt in the AFC Championship game last year, but he always seems to make like one or two really, really big plays per game, and those are things that we're going to need today.
Yeah, I agree. I would love for him to go out there and have a hell of a day, and they catch him on camera doing this on the face mask, telling everybody. That's one of my favorite end of game celebrations. That and the Mike Hilton bye. Yeah, dude. I don't know what Chase's role is going to be in this game. I mean, he's not declared out, right? They haven't done that this morning.
No, he's officially questionable.
Okay,
you're not going to get an active reports for a 4:30 game till a little bit later in the afternoon. But
that's what I thought. But
dude, he was talking his shit. He was like, I like fanning the flames a little. He's playing. He's going to be out there. Is he going to be 100%? Probably not. What is he going to be? What's his involvement in the game plan going to be? I don't know. But he's suiting up. Yeah. Is my gut feeling.
He's got the shoulder. Is he going to be a decoy? Who knows? Even if he is, though, man, shit. That just means they double him, and Tease could have a hell of a day. Boyd could have a hell of a day across the middle. We could be looking at a third guy coming in and having a hell of a day if Jamar is going to be limited. Who knows? Our wide receiving core, I think, just keeps any team guessing because, like, Jamar goes out and all of a sudden you got a fucking white guy with long blonde hair catching the ball and dust in your corners. So it's going to be anybody's game this week. I think as long as Browning can have time in the pocket and we sustain that run, he's going to be able to hit these receivers. So, what man? Shit, I don't want to leave out these tight ends too. We got Tanner Hudson. Are you throwing down on a Drew Sample touchdown?
So, we got a comment from Mark Fetters.
There we go.
Asking if I've posted any parlays today. Right. So I normally post a video of me being an idiot where I do Bengals beats presented by BetJack, which is Ohio's sportsbook. Also a great giveaway. Enter their same game parlay challenge on their promotions page. You can win a lot of really cool shit. But I'm just going to give you guys Bengals beats live here on the show. Now, I locked in the parlay, which of course I do every week. So I've put $50 on this parlay. I'm depositing more money as we speak because I am
rich
planning. No, maybe after today. I am planning on dropping the Drew Sample anytime touchdown. Of course, I got to do it. We're looking. Oh, the money's in. It's time to hammer it. So we're looking right here. Let me get the phone out of the holder. I don't want to talk to you, Siri. Got the BetJack app pulled up. Drew Sample anytime touchdown plus 1,000. I'm putting $20 on it. It's going to pay me $220. Let's go ahead and lock that in. Bam. Hooray. Your bet has been placed. Drew Sample anytime tutty. Come on, baby, let's do it. Now, the bet that I've already placed, my Bengals beats parlay presented by BetJack Ohio Sportsbook. One more time, free ad. Well, they give me money and stuff, so it's not really free ad. But Jake Browning, over 199 and a half passing yards. He's going to get to 200. T. Higgins, over 49 and a half receiving yards. Joe Mixon, over 59 and a half total rushing and receiving yards combined. So I just need 60 combined out of them. And then to top it all off, I'm going with the T. Higgins anytime touchdown. That builds out to plus 800 odds. I put $50 on it. So I'm going to win $400 today.
Oh,
That is Bengals beats for week 17. Go to my Twitter. If you want to get in on BetJack's promotion, I'll send you the link. We'll get you signed up, and we can take BetJack's money one more time before 2024 hits.
hell yeah.
That's the action that I put in today.
I love that. You need to do that every Thursday and or Sunday, depending on what we decide for this later in the week show. I
The problem is with Thursday, the lines aren't always out yet, so I don't always have the odds on Thursdays.
Shit, maybe we just shift to Sunday. I don't know. We'll talk about it. I love and appreciate your Drew Sample anytime touchdown. The commitment to his from the Garrison household is absolutely splendid. Um, Tanner Hudson, Drew Sample. Let's put it together today. Let's make Travis Kelce look like he wasn't even a part of this game, and have everybody talking about our tight ends. I'm trying to think out loud here, man. We've tore this game apart. You've mentioned the game overall. We're in Arrowhead. It's always a crazy atmosphere. We love to run our game here as Bengals fans and talk shit. I lived in Kansas City for 4.
Oh no, Ron just went completely dark. We have lost the Bengalian. Ron, I don't know if you can hear me. You may want to back out and then come back in. But right now, you get my big dumb face only. Ron's having it's not our show without a tech issue, baby. And while he's getting his stuff back together, real quick before we close out the show and get your score predictions, I want to show you the Walter Payton Man of the Year for this season. It is not anybody else other than Ted Karras. All right, tweet hashtag WPMOY challenge space Karras as much as you can until January 8th when voting closes, because we have got to get him to the finish line. We have gotten him to first place. We've got to keep him in first place until the end of the year, and it looks like Ron is back.
I'm back. Yes, Ted Karras, Walter Payton Man of the Year. I love that you brought that up. That was where I was going to go next. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, Chiefs atmosphere. I lived there for 4.5 years. The stadium's loud. The stadium's crazy. It's always a fun time in that stadium. So if you're a Bengals fan in Kansas City, be loud. I want to hear Who Dey through the TV, man. I fucking love hearing Who Dey through the TV. Walter Payton, man, pull the comment up. I know they're talking shit about me and my tech problem. What do we got?
We got Ben. I love the tech issue comments, whether they're directed at me or you. They're just a great. They're just part of the show now. It is what it is. Ben, our good friend out in Nebraska, I believe I saw on Twitter that you had a tire blowout yesterday. That sucks, dude. He says R.I.P. Ron. Wedge Gordon, this is the one that sent me. He said, "Oh shit, Chiefsaholic took him down."
Oh my god.
Chiefsaholic took him down. Super fan with a costume versus super fan with a costume. Does he have people? He's in jail. Does he have people on the outside fucking hacking
I
your
don't know.
internet?
I'll fuck him up though. Come on, I got this
Can't.
former
Oh
one of
shit,
my batons I have for work. So come on, buddy, let's go, Chiefsaholic. Um,
dude! I talked to him. I talked to Chiefsaholic when they came to Cincinnati last year.
okay,
I was like, "Oh, dude, cool costume," and he's like, "Oh yeah, thanks, man." And then like 2 weeks later, he's a fucking international bank robber. It was wild.
so I had interactions with him on Twitter, negative ones, arguing about sports and stuff, and then it would like kind of go positive and then negative because we were playing them. But like, you met him in person.
Yeah, he was in Cincinnati last year. Before the Chiefs came to Cincinnati. I went to Big Ten championship game in Indianapolis that Saturday, drove to Cincinnati the following morning for the Chiefs game, and he was just down there like walking around tailgating, had the flag, the wolf costume, everything on. Like he didn't like we didn't have a full on conversation, but I was just like, oh dude, that's a cool costume. I appreciate the dedication. He's like, oh yeah, thanks, man. I'm like, that was it. But then like 2 weeks later, I'm like, this guy fucking did he just rob a
Wonder.
bank in fucking like Southern Ohio and then
That's
come to the
crazy.
game?
I wonder if he did. Who knows? That story. I don't want to glorify an idiot, but like I want a 30 for 30 or something on that idiot. Like,
There is one. There is one on ESPN. I found that out the other day. I haven't watched it yet, but people on Twitter were telling me there
oh my
is one.
god, I gotta watch it. Like people love that shit, man. They do. He robbed the bank up the street from me. Where is that? Where's up the street? Is that in Ohio?
He well, he followed up. No, Ben is in Nebraska.
Oh,
Oh, I
oh,
clicked the wrong one. Comments are coming in quick. We love you guys, man. There's so many comments every week. I love it. But
oh.
Ben says he robbed the bank up the street from him in Omaha.
That's incredible, unbelievable.
So
I'll have to watch.
Shannon Baker said, I heard he put his bond money on your parlays. He's still in jail. That's
I
good. I like that.
I
That's good.
appreciate that Chiefs
That's
fan
good.
laugh about that too, because that is just such a fucking ridiculous story. Like it's unbelievable.
He was wearing the costume that he's always on TV in when he's
Is
robbing the
that
fucking
verified?
bank. Like, what
Is
are
that
you doing,
verified?
man?
Okay,
Yes.
that's and
Yes.
it's just like idiot. The idiot clock strikes 12. Like what a fucking moron. That's nuts. Okay, we're at I'm clocking in here at over 45 minutes. It's game day. We don't want to keep everybody too long. Do you want to go into score predictions and then close this out and start drinking beer and eating too much food?
I am going to drink
Yeah,
garage beer today. I want to bring this up because I want everybody to have this kind
yeah.
of energy today. That's all I want to see. All right. Just a little fucking anger in your heart. I'm going to find a way to show that picture at least one show per
Yeah.
once per show. I'm going to do that. Dude, I don't know. I don't know your feelings on it. I don't know the chat's feelings on it. But this is fun as hell for a little game day
I
morning
agree.
action. So I don't have to watch fucking JJ Watt on
Yes, I
CBS.
agree because it's right before the game. Everybody's jazzed up. I bet I would imagine our viewership is a little more. I mean, I know there's millions and millions of people that watch this show, so we'll just have to see. I like it because it's like you're not trying to struggle. We're both not like trying to struggle getting off work and get here and do this shit. So
That's a
yes,
big
but
help.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So I will talk, but I'm team Sunday. So give me your score prediction.
It's harder for home games
Oh
though
yeah,
because like you're normally at games. Your
yeah,
body has failed
that's
you
true.
this season, but I'm at all home
Hey,
games, so we'll figure something out.
I'm
But
going to the Cleveland game. Yeah, I am. I
you're
am. I
back.
hope. I mean, I know I've announced it, so naturally God is going to strike me down with strep throat, Ebola, MRSA, and a torn pinky toe that week. But we'll have to see. But
You get that new
do
COVID yet?
I what now?
Did you get that new COVID yet? They
I'm
released a
sure
new
they have
version.
COVID 9.7. Um, I don't give a shit about it, dude. I'll fucking put my helmet on and I'll go to the goddamn game. I've been to like 2 games this year, and it is the least amount of games I have been to in a season in my entire teenage to adult life, and I hate it, man. The knee feels good. I'll put a brace on. I got an old man cane, so maybe I'll walk around with my cane. But we'll see. Fuck all that, dude. I'll see you then. It's Chiefs week. Give me your score prediction.
All right, so here's how I'm going. We
Okay.
got a comment actually, Michaela Garfield. She says, "At the Bengalorean, do you mind taking pictures with
No, not
fans?"
at all. I am shocked every time you guys come up to me. When I have the costume on, a lot more people come up to me because it's like it's a Mandalorian costume, and I'm walking around the city like it's a normal thing to do. I don't know if I'm going to wear the costume at the Cleveland game. There's logistics that go into it that would make it difficult for me and my banged up knee and hip I've got going on here. So we'll see. But with or without the costume, people come up and take pictures with me. No, I don't mind at all. It's fun. I love everybody that follows me. I love Bengals fans. I know you feel the same way. Again, I'm shocked that you guys give a shit about anything I have to say or want to be around me. My wife is like the only person that can tolerate me, so it's like,
And that's
yeah,
probably even a little iffy at times. No, I feel the same way. People are like, "Hey, man, like, do you mind if we take a picture?" I'm like, "Dude, absolutely. If you think I'm worth taking time out of your day to take a picture with, I'm not, but I will gladly do it. I think it's awesome. I love meeting people. So yeah, man. If you see us, come up, take a picture, tell us you fucking hate us, throw
yeah,
something at us. I don't know,
yeah,
whatever you want to do.
absolutely.
All right, score predictions. We're at 50 minutes. We haven't gone off the rails yet. Let's try to keep this thing on track. I'm going to go to Kroger and buy all of the worst food that you can imagine in a 15 pack of Garage Beer Line. I am going. Maybe this is blind hope. Maybe this is blind optimism. Maybe I'm a homer. If you're coming to this show expecting any kind of objective journalism and no bias, sorry about your fucking luck. Bengals are winning off the leg of Evan McPherson 27-24, and we're keeping this shit alive going into next week against Cleveland. Cleveland might even be sitting their starters, and we're going to take this thing and we're going to keep playing ball into January. Bengals 27-24. Fuck the
Love it. I
Chiefs.
love it. I love it. I think we're going to win off the leg of Evan McPherson as well, but I've got us 21-17. I think this game could end up being a defensive fist fight. I look forward to us being in the winner's circle at the end. And in the great words of Drew Garrison, he just said it. Fuck the Chiefs. Who dey?
That's all we got, baby. Big time, big time win on the way for the Bengals is what we boast. For a post game or not post game show, we will not be live post game. We'll probably be drunk. We'll be back sometime during the week for the recap show. Michigan plays at 5 o'clock tomorrow. They're going to beat the shit out of Bama, so I can't do it then. Me and Ron will talk. We'll figure it out. We'll recap the game. Hopefully, celebrate a good win. And Ron, maybe we'll have a better shirt